The matriarch says that Lord Katalkas marshals his forces within the Vergra Divide then.
That makes some sense. The volcanic activity in that region has been so fierce recently
that none have been able to approach the Divide through its mountain passes.
Do you think the eruptions are being caused to keep people out?
I do now. If Katalkas is raising his dragon there, he would be safe from discovery, and no one would know to stop him before the dragon is fully matured. And the dragon could then simply fly out of the Divide to wreak havoc upon the land.
So, we have to find a way through an area, erupting constantly, with fire and lava?
No, not yet. We still must find the fifth aspect.
The last remaining aspect is that of famine.
I would expect famine to be both the most obvious and yet
most subtle of aspects.
For although famine is widespread and devastates great swaths of land,
its effects are not always visible for a time. There is a valley on the way to the Vergra Divide called the Vale of Dawn. Normally, it is an idyllic valley controlled by the Rivenheim elves. However, it is suffering through unseasonable freezing temperatures and is frozen quite solid at the moment.
So you think the cold they are suffering is unnatural?
Can it be otherwise after all else that is going on in the land?
If there is someone at the Vale that controls the aspect,
the deep freeze suffered will eventually result in widespread famine. I wish you to journey to the Vale of Dawn
and speak with the Rivenheim elves to find out more. I will join you at the Vale when I can,
but I must first discuss events with Tower of Rokos.
Travel swiftly and well, Oathsworn. I will see you again soon.
Halt! By command of the Black Griffins and the Radishan Council.
We're halted. We don't need to be pincushions.
We'll be taking your weapons now.
I'd like to see you try.
What's going on here?
Intruders from the southern forest.
These are not intruders. I have been awaiting their arrival. They are with me.
Sorry, sir. We didn't know.
You weren't supposed to know. Go back to your post. I'll take it from here.
Yes, my lord.
Welcome to the Vale of Dawn, travelers. Sith Valis told me that other Oathsworn would be arriving soon, and I have been on the watch for you. My name is Tal. The Solo Navi call me Windstrider, and that name is as good as any other. You may use it if you wish. I would join your party and aid you in your quest. Will you allow me to do so? Thank you. Sith Valis assured me you would find me indispensable. We should go at once to speak with Commander Darkmoon in the camp below us. The Black Griffins are a military unit with which...
For now, attend to your blades and your bellies. Hearken to the horn if it blows, but otherwise stand down. What is it, Windstrider?
You know why I come, Commander. The Citadel, of course.
Tell your Solanavi masters that Citadel is the property of the Relishan Council now. This is the first time a Citadel has been captured, and the secrets the Atlanteans have within it are worth more than the Solanavi can hope to pay us.
We do not want the Citadel, Commander. We only wish to help you repair it.
Repair it, eh? Is one of you a technomancer, then?
Well, no. But we may be able to help. These travelers have aided several of our allies in similar sensitive situations, and they may be able to help you now. We only ask that the Citadel be used to ferry us to a difficult location, if we aid you in making it float again.
Well, all right then. I'll tell you what we know and you can go from there. It was 2 nights ago that 2 things happened at once. First, there was a brilliant flash of blue light in the sky nearby, and the sounds of something massive crashing to ground and tearing itself apart as it fell from the sky. We knew at once that it had to be the Atlantean Sky Citadel that had harried our forces in the area the last several weeks. My Black Griffins have always been quick to react, and we gathered our weapons to investigate at once, when suddenly blasts of freezing air and snow rushed out and over the Vale, freezing water and blanketing the land with snow in mere moments. Stunned, we continued moving when we realized that the winter, strange as it was, did not continue to worsen. But on the way to where we saw the flash, we were constantly harassed by creatures made of snow and ice. It took us until morning, but when we finally fought our way to the Citadel, we found it partially embedded in the ice and completely unpowered. There were no Atlantean survivors. We delved further into the Citadel, and there we found items removed from several locations, and arcing scratches scored into the metal hallways, as if someone had moved through the halls on ice skates.
Skates?
Yes, skates. And we know of only one being that uses skating minions made of ice and snow.
Mistral, the Winter Lord.
Yes. You know of him?
Of course. I know of most of the elemental creatures in this land. But Mistral has always been reclusive, wanting only his privacy and peace. Why would he attack an Atlantean citadel?
That is unknown, but we do know that his forces took things from that citadel. Things that might be critical to getting the citadel functional once again. Things that we will have back. If you want to help us, then retrieve those objects from Mistral. We sent forces to Mistral's Keep, up that frozen river there, but none of our patrols have returned. Now I'm in a situation where I barely have the men needed to guard the crashed citadel, and have none to spare to pursue Mistral. Find those objects, and I'll figure out a way for you to get that ride you needed.
Deal. We'll return when we know more.
What may I do for you? There's little enough to do until the commander is ready. What can I tell you? What may I do for you? Is there something I can get for you?
Certainly, if it's not against orders, what can I tell you?
You may pass. Beware the snow creatures. They do not bleed.
Stop them!
Is there something I can get?
In the defense of Mistral! For the Winter Lord!